My question is, in the big picture, do we see the Trump era as having the effect of making federalism great again, as something that red America and blue America may mutually concede to sort of build good fences and make good
Yeah.
neighbors?
You talking about the 10th Amendment, basically?
Well, a Tenth Amendment, the for somebody who's into that, yeah, the Tenth Amendment, the Ninth Amendment, Article 1, Section 8.
Yeah.
We don't execute our Constitution that way, and we haven't. But with a conservative Supreme Court and Blue America wanting to preserve their social policies in their own states, do you think that that's something just in terms of political X's and O's we could see be conceded to in American political life by the end of a Trump administration?
I'll go first. I think there'll be more of that than's ever been done in the modern era. And I think you'll see it on education. I think you'll see it on spending. I think you'll see it on healthcare. I think you'll see it in a lot of areas. I wonder about criminal justice and crime prevention. I wonder in terms of drug enforcement, but I think in a lot of areas you'll see it pretty dramatically. Sean.
Are you still on active duty in the Army?
Yes, I am. So thankful for there's some sacrifices that you make in the Army, but I'm very thankful for my service, and they have a generous parental leave policy, and
Yeah.
that's been good.
I only ask because no one uses bluff. If
Oh yeah,
18,
taught me, Sean. Yep.
18 months of being 18 months of being assigned to an Army-led command, I was like, no one says that if they're not in
Sorry
the
about
Army.
that.
No,
Put my
no, no. I
allies,
love
too.
it. It was your tell. I agree with Mark. I think in some areas you're going to see it, in some areas you're not. There's this desire to obviously lead a lot of things out of the federal government, right? You hear that, and then I wouldn't be surprised to see not only 10th Amendment stuff trying to push stuff like education back to the states, but I will tell you that under the end of the first Trump administration, there was a lot of movement to propose moving agencies and departments out of Washington, D.C. And I know that's kind of tangential to what you're talking about, but I would keep your eye on that with respect to several departments.
Dan.
Thank you.
I think this is one of the big questions about how much Trump is going to reorient and realign the Republican Party. Is to what extent he does try to use federal power to accomplish his ends, and how much he does defer to the states. And you see some Democrats already talking about this, even just the recess appointment stuff. That if Trump really does go down this road, that he should have the right to make these recess appointments, and the Congress should kind of get out of his way. I've already seen Democrats, both in writing and on TV, saying, we get power back in a few years in the White House, and we have the same type of precedent. It's good for us.
I'm really worried. I'm glad Dan brought that up, because this is something that we have this game in DC where you do it, and then when we take power, we take it to the next, and then you take it. And the precedent, President Trump's now talking about going and using recess appointments. I am concerned about what that does going forward, or, carving out certain things on the filibuster. We've already heard what Schumer wants to do. And I worry that if we do that, no one cares about 4 years from now. This is DC. You think about tomorrow is like long-term planning. So I'm very concerned about what we do to ourselves should we ever find ourselves back in the minority.
I think the pushback on the filibuster is going to be significant if Trump tries to do it. I don't think he'll get that changed. Jonathan, one area where I do think there may be encroachment is on cities. I think they'll probably let blue state governors do what they want. But I think you're going to see an effort to revitalize the Republican Party in urban areas through various things, education, economics, crime prevention, to see if several generations of failed democratic governance in major cities can be an opportunity for Republicans to grow. Whereas I don't think Donald Trump's going to care as a lame duck about reviving the Illinois Republican Party or the California Republican Party.